free pick. Boom. Head to the PTR. We're setting our level. I don't know how someone managed to die so quickly there. And has anyone answered me the question about how much gold they have? Lots. Okay, so the idea here is you set your level to 15 because we're going to try to finish off the Hellfire Citadel. We're on the PTR version of the map. How are people still dying? Anyway, you come over here. This is basically the test realm, and we're going to pick up item levels of 30. So find the items that suit your class. And then go get them, basically. Because you need item level of 30 in order to beat Hellfire Citadel. We want to test it out. I don't have the time to grind my own character, and I want to play a different character every time, so this is like the most efficient way to do it. So anything that is item level 30, you pick that pretty much. So there's a hat. That's armor. So we've got hat, we've got armor, we've got trinket over here. Need a weapon. Those are 40 and 60, so those are too high. Let's have a look at these personal items. Shadow Priest, item level 60, 50-50. So might have to get some level 20 stuff as well, if not. Because we shouldn't go anything... $30 or under, basically. To keep it as fair as possible. So you can get a more accurate representation as to how difficult it should actually be. Yeah, well, get a level 21 then. Use your noggin. I don't see anything... You're not cheating by getting yourself the extra mounts, are you? There's special mounts that you can pick up. Oh, like they are. They're going to be filthy. Filthy cheats. Not that that matters too much. It's just cosmetics. I don't see level 30 weapons for myself, at least. So I'm just going to go with a level 21 for the time being. That'll be fine. Don't want to spend all day. So that's a two-handed weapon, level 20. That'll do. So we've got weapon. What's the other stuff that you gear? You get hats... armor, trinket, weapon. I don't know if there's anything else. A main armor? Ah, you have a main and a secondary armor. Okay, well let's have a look and see for main armor then. That's level 30. But you've already got a main armor slot. Oh, so the hat does count as main armor. So there's main armor, there's secondary armor. There's no other gear other than that. You have main armor, secondary armor, weapon, trinket, pretty much. I don't know, there's two trinkets that you can have. Let's just buy the other one. You must release the left-hand slot. Ah, you can't have that if you've got two-handed weapon. That's a left hand, actually. So, alright, I'll just get two of those. There we go, that's good enough. I don't want to spend all day faffing about. Just want to actually experience the game. So I'm going in now. And then we'll take a look at our abilities as a Shadow Priest. Okay, so start off with the first one, Q, Mind Flay. The priest assaults the enemy's target's mind with darkness, causing damage over time and healing the priest as well. All enemies in a small radius around the main priest will receive 50% of the damage dealt. When the spell finishes, additional damage is dealt to the main target, to the enemy target. So you have to... I mean, if you continue to the very end, you do additional damage as well. Sweet, okay. Vampiric Touch. The priest strikes the enemy with a curse, which gradually inflicts damage to him from the magic of darkness. So, that just 10-second duration, cooldown 15 seconds. Basically cast that when you can. It does damage. Don't think it does much else. Void Eruption. The priest erupts void energy around her and her clones, dealing AoE damage to enemies around them. However, the priest's clones suffer 50% of their maximum health and damage. Void Eruptions also restore 1% of maximum mana to each hero in range of the eruptions. Okay. Shadow form. The priest descends into the shadows, increasing damage dealt from her target abilities. Attack speed and armor, but receiving damage equal to 4% of his health every second. Shadow form should be very good though. It's like an ultimate in a way. Lasts for 30 seconds, it's an 80-second cooldown. Very good for boss fights. Twilight Ghost. The priest summons 2 Twilight Ghosts that obey her commands. The ghosts inherit the Twist of Fate ability. Okay. So let's put at least 3 points into that. 3 points into that. Put 3 points into each of those. The E does seem kind of rubbish. Wow. Infernal Chariot. So you went with a special looking character, because I'm pretty sure there's no class that can do that. Oh, I see, that's a mount. That'll do it. I don't know how high these abilities go up to, but we've got mostly Mind Flay, then Vampiric Touch, and our ultimate with Twilight Ghost. As you can see, all the gold up here. That's nice. I may as well take a trinket. A flask. That increases my intelligence. Sure, why not? Seems legit. We're here to basically just experience it. I don't know if the creator has an exact level in mind as to what you should be when you do these maps, but it was suggested be level 15 and then have an item level of 30. You still won't make it first to the last boss. Not with that attitude. We should have a tank, and we should have a couple of healers, and then pretty much the rest DPS. So when you're ready, we can pull. No, I don't have a mount at the moment. I could have gone and picked one up, but it's not that important. I'm sure we'll get one. Or I can just buy one. I think there's a woof or something around here. There you go. It's the woof mount. That'll do. Right. I'm just keen to get going. So you got all the damage up there. We don't have to worry about that. We need our tank to do the pull, and then we can work out what it is we're doing. So, summon these. Renders this unit immune. Passive 40% chance to deal 2 times. So I assume they just attack. Do they mimic my spells by any chance? Or they just sort of auto-attack us? So that's my Mind Flay. Oh, they just auto-attack. Okay. Cast my Curse. So that's... Oh. Maybe it's the Unholy Frenzy. We seem to be slicing through these very easily. So we will... You might recognize some of this, but I figured we'll finish this map off, or at least a Hellfire, because there's loads of levels on this, and we'll see where we go from there. Level 15 might be a bit higher. I don't think we were level 15 when we last did this. So, W. Ah, so it is actually like a curse on top of the target. We were maximum level 10. Yeah. Can I kill the peons? Doing the repairing. Got shadow form. Let's activate that. Attack speed and armor increased, and the damage dealt from her abilities is increased. Tower's taking it out on me, I can feel it. I think I do a little bit of healing based on my damage. That's how a Shadow Priest should be. I'll have to pull back until I get a heal. Or I'll just get killed by something. Was it one of these things up here? My Q heals me. I think it's the shadow form that actually killed me there. That moment when you're super low health and you don't get heals forever. And then even when you pull away from the damage, you still don't get a heal. Feels good. Yeah, I don't think this guy's supposed to die at this point, is he? Ah, no. Yes, he is, because there's a boss here. Seems pretty straightforward to me so far, the Shadow Priest. Do you want to do Twilight Ghost after you've done Shadow Form? Because it increases your abilities. Oh, it could just be the damage dealt from Mind Flay. Okay, I'll get my ghost then. Let's go for it. Shadow form. Doing Mind Flay. And then back to Mind Flay when it's available. Nothing to see here. Very straightforward as a Shadow Priest. Almost need an extra couple of spells or something. Right. Healer down. And there's the items, so you can see they're level 30 items. That's why the start of this dungeon will be quite easy, because you'll get some items that are about level 30 and we're already geared up on level 30. But that's just to make sure we get through it. That's agility, that's tanks. I believe this only shows the damage for the latest boss up here. It looks quite good like that. I like being able to sort of see the face through the cowl, but it's still opaque. No, I don't, Cocolino. I so find it hard to find info on you on the internet. That doesn't sound dodgy at all, Cocolino. Stalking you is harder work than I was hoping it would be. Thank you, Fred, for sorting that out. I think where we last got to on this map, we got pretty far actually. It was maybe the second boss in. Or, well, I guess it's the third boss in. See, I remember the guy with acid, and I remember the Eye of the Beholder, that character. That's the boss we got stuck on. But I don't really remember this first boss that walks back and forth. But he must have been in the dungeon, because I think it's all based off it. I don't think there's any liberties taken. Oh, you've also got the dragon, so I think it's from other sort of Hellfire, or dungeons around that sort of like set, so to speak. Because if you got the dragon one, that's in one of the very first dungeons that you go to. I don't remember the names of all of them though. Ah, look at that Druid. I loved being a Guardian Druid in Wrath of the Lich King. That was super good. I know this is Burning Crusade. That's when I discovered Druid as Wrath of the Lich King. Guardian Druid was freaking brilliant. Had really sort of easy sort of hotkeys for like aggro and everything. I feel like, yeah, I'm much better at single target. Because I don't have my AoE, maybe I'll just be that single target guy. Because it's the bosses that are going to be the hardest thing. Although there are, I mean, that Eye the Beholder character. I apologise if I don't remember his name properly. It will be here somewhere.
Hi.
Hey Gingerly, I have been watching you on YouTube for some time and noticed I could tip you on Twitch and put in a request. So I made a Twitch account and I hope I did this right.
Well, it seems so.
And if I did, I'd love for you to play the Love Map Gridlock sometime.
Interesting. I'm not familiar with that one, so I would have to find it unless you can link it in the chat. Before you do link it in the chat though, just ask for permission, otherwise it will just sort of time you out. Gridlock isn't like some sly name for like some 12-hour RPG though, is it? I don't really do requests for like 12-hour RPGs or anything. Ah, yeah, see this is again from the first dungeon that I remember. He was the second boss? The one before the dragon. The dragon's up here. Rogue is keen. So we played Rogue last time. I want to play a different class each time. That's why I'm not really using the load and save feature. So if you want to try this map out, you want to use the PTR version. Looks like it. Anudra. Hey, I got a heal. Thank you for that. I saw that. Okay, I'll check out your link once this boss is down. I don't know if this thing is doing damage to me. I'd have to assume it is. Whee! Random pick noob with the DPS. Ah, you sly bugger! I was wondering. You got a couple of level 40 items. Remember the part where I said no level 40 gear or higher, just 30 or under? Yeah, I was just checking the DPS. I think you're the only one that's done that. There is a level 40 item that has dropped here. For Frost Mage. And a level 40 item here. No, it's fine. It's fine. Continue. There's level 40 stuff here. I just didn't want to be over-geared. I didn't want to sort of like breeze through it too easy. I want to make sure it's sort of doable, but not too easy. Anyone going to roll on this? That's main armor. I got level 30 at the moment. This is level 40. 69. There you go. Now I've got level 40 gear, so I'm going to get banned. Alright. Feel free to continue for a little bit. I just want to check that map that Sasha has linked. Sounds like it would be a tower defense map. Wasn't there like an indie game on Steam that was called Gridlock or something? I really like that. Defend your streets by using your runner. Sounds good. I've added that to me thingy, and I'll take a look at it after this, if need be. Thank you, Sasha. Ah. It's not a mini-boss. This was the last boss of one of the first dungeons. Fazrudan. The Herald. Look at that Drake. Can't go and call that guy a mini-boss, honestly. What an insult. He used to rain fire on you. Go up into the skies and do that. It was quite cool. Ah, yeah, you had to kill the wards that would pop up. Enraged. Bombardment? Oh, right, that's the fire that rains down. There's some single target. There's some tunnel vision going on. I mean, we probably could just beeline the boss now. I'd agree on this single target. It's the greed. Ignore the mechanics. So we've done Watchkeeper. The name is familiar, Gargulmar, but I don't know if he was from the same dungeon as these ones were from. Must have been. Yeah, no, he was actually. He patrols back and forth. I remember now where he is. He's near the start on a like kind of long corridor. But it's open. Did he yeah, he created like mirror images of himself or something that would slowly walk around. Oh yeah, no, it is doing that dungeon. So this is the next one now, because there's only 3 bosses in that dungeon. I just wish I remember the names of the dungeons properly. Protection, Paladin, heals, and tanks. You can TK the mounts. Should I post Sasha's link to the map in Discord? I mean, you can do if you wish, but I've already added it to my Mozilla Firefox favorites. I don't like the look of this guy. Right click him a little bit. So we went to the right. I'd be worried about this guy being on my side, this fell orc crossbowman, because he looks so cross-eyed. I wouldn't trust someone with a crossbow. Or an archer that looks so cross-eyed. End up shooting you. Creatures should spawn here, shouldn't they? It's a trap. Wow, look who's here. We got ourselves some intruders. Go, my minions. Bring me back some new test subjects. Pretty sure that's the voice actor they used for this guy. Is this gate supposed to open for them or something? I don't envy the healers. Maybe I'll play a healer next time. Gotta keep an eye on everyone's health. Oh, I'm sure the gate will open for us. I was just thinking about how these melee guys... I guess they teleport into the arena after a while, but... just kind of standing up there like idiots. I think Mind Flay is still my main ability, really. It's the one that I can actually use frequently. Mount up. Oh, I'd love it if they stun locked him and got him down. Why are you so obsessed with trying to track me down, Coquelino fan? You used your ultimate. Oh, I'm sure we can get going. So, yeah, go. I like that goblin sound. You're going to pay for that. With interest. Sounds like a threat I should be making. Right, I think we need to run soon. No! It's down to half health, so this is definitely good. We're definitely maybe a little bit overgeared in comparison to last time. He is level 40 though. We kept failing on him though. He hasn't even sent us back yet. We used to have to run. There it is. Should be close. Before the poison gets you. It's an Ufa party game. Ah! I did that last time. Ah! No! 172. Just before he goes down. Master Hunter, heals, and strength damage dealer. Well, it's a good thing that we got so many healer items. We want our healers to get some love. Okay, I'm back, baby. I'm gonna take another flask in case it runs out. I think it did run out, actually. I just got that. Is it left or right? Oh, it's not left. I'm surprised they didn't aggro there, thankfully.
Our ally is under attack.
Gold. There's always time to pick up gold even when you got 559,000. So this is just one of the basic shops. Level 20 items. Ah, that's the mount. And some cherry pie as a mead. Okay. Won't be time for the boss yet, so away we go. So most of the gear just gives you like health or the actual buff to your main stat, in this case intelligence. And the way that works, there is also attack power, but generally speaking you can see the abilities are based off of your intelligence and whatnot. So that's how it kind of, the gear impacts your damage. It is actually kind of cool in that sense. It means that your abilities aren't just sort of flat abilities, they are based off how your gear works. They're invulnerable, so they can't even be hurt, those. Baron Geddon. Hey, Phano, thank you very much there for gifting a sub. Camel lives matter. I don't know if there's an official party for camel lives or not, but apparently they matter. I'm not sure. Did the balanced druid always walk so clunkily? I think it did actually, yeah. It's based off the same model. Oh, that's stun. Yeah, I think creatures on this map, or rather in World of Warcraft, they had like those thorium grenades. They would chuck them and stun you. So this is where we got stuck last time, on the boss coming up. So I imagine we'll be strong enough to take this boss on this time around. A bit more experience as well. Maybe I could pick my abilities, because this is one of those cases where you would actually want area of effect, because you've got to kill these quickly. They just keep piling in. There he is. Brogok. Oh, I wasn't going to guess that name correctly. It's insane. That animation. he's invulnerable during this time, yes. Good luck, boys. Health is fleeting. Ah! No! No, heal! He just nabbed me. Alright, you guys. I'm a dead DPS, therefore I do no DPS. Let's see if you can do it. Minus 50 DKP for our healers. I'm back over here. I guess I've already got that active. I can't even pick up the items. What? Something's gone wrong. That's weird. Maybe it's because we're in combat. I'll just wait until it's over then. Alright, boss is on 70% health. Is the Guardian Druid supposed to tank outside of Guardian form? Or is it just like a visual glitch? Oh. He is quite tough. So all up to Tyrell. Yeah. It's not enough DPS now. That's my fault for dying. Alright, can I get my gear back? Yay. What's over here? I would check, but I'll probably just get killed by something waiting there. Wait, is that like an epic mount or something? Scumbags. Seems pretty fast to me. Alright, remember to heal. And we should be good. Yeah. Should be able to, but it wasn't that really killed me. It was the fact I just didn't get a single hit.
defending your
What am I like? Oh, I know why the DPS is quite high, because Mind Flay does actually do AoE damage.
Oh, you're gonna pay today.
Reminds me of Mr. Pandaria days, where area of effect spells did like absolutely tons of damage. So you could always cheese a high score, at least in DPS. You just went really ham and saved you strong abilities for the ads, even though they didn't necessarily deserve it. But in this case, they do. No, don't kill me. Hunters, subtlety rogue, hunters, agility melee deep damage dealer with one-handed weapons. Okay. Do we lose all our healers? That's what a Moon King should look like. I can send my ghosts in. Get a sneak peek. Could you just use them to kill this trash anyway, because they're invulnerable. So slowly over time you could clear the entire dungeon with just the ghosts. Oh. So there ain't anything important unless it's a mini boss like here or something, but I didn't. Ah, there he is. Yeah, I remember. Wasn't there like green tubes or something with creatures inside of them or something along those lines? It's looking a bit familiar to me now. That mount looks so depressed. It's just like, why? This is my life now. I remember this guy. Oh man, I'm taking damage. No! Does he take so much damage? How's that suddenly so difficult? He can do it. Shouldn't we be able to move on to this boss if we could do the other ones? It should be balanced around that better. I think all this faffing about with eye level and that kind of detracts away from the map in a way. For me, I think it's better if, you know, it should all be doable. It's just down to skill, not gear. I'm going to get health then instead. Increase the max health. Oh, we can have multiple potions. Cheaty McCheat cheat. Wait, this is it, yeah. Okay, stack it up. Let's check the commands. Tactics. Shaman challenges every second. The raid team takes damage when a challenger dies. All heroes lose 15% of their maximum health. After all challengers are slain, he becomes active. I mean, sure, yeah. No, I saw the tactics, but I'm just taking a look at what he says. I was going to spam hard. Because it just gave me phase 2 now. Corruption. Corrupts a hero, inflicting damage. Healers, be ready. Creates a shadow ball. So stay away from that. Only puts a mark, increasing the damage taken. Okay. Using Mind Flay to work for me now. Heal me, Mind Flay. So many people are gonna die now. We've got some slacker priests, slacker healers, slacks. Kill it, quick!
and burn.
Okay. You've convinced me.
Our allies' hero has fallen.
I'm going to still commit to Shadow Priest throughout this. Because we can always, on later maps, try out the other classes as well. He's destroying everything. I feel like all those flasks were quite nice. I thought flasks didn't run out though when you die. It was potions. They were temporary. Flasks would last for an hour no matter what. I don't need all the flasks, but that seems like a sensible one. Intelligence, health, and armor. They definitely run out when you die, it seems. Where's the Karaji mount? There might not be one.
Inventory is full.
Reptilian scavenger. Might do the trick. Hey, that'll do it. He's like, yes! Nope, not that one. There's one ugly Naga. It's a Fellhound model, obviously. But it's like got Myrmidon skin over it. Okay. Oh, Never Drake, yeah. Doing those daily quests to go into the mines in Shadow Moon Valley to get the Drake. You could have a left hand and a right hand weapon, yeah. The sound hasn't gone conjack, it's just very quiet. This is being taken very seriously. It's a pretty cool map, but I'd rather, well, that's just my personal preference to some degree, rather have it a bit more pick up and play than all this sort of super min-maxing. It's too quiet. This looks like that Hellfire Citadel dungeon. Yeah, it is. So you're right. Pidgey. What's the pigeon equivalent for a Digimon? Digipidge. Reaped is being backseat gamed. Oh, the snowy griffin. Oh, magnificent. That looks like a higher quality model than what was available in Burning Crusade there. The face at least. Can I 1 versus 1 random pick noob after this? Absolutely. Give me the taste of the back of your hand. Got a combat rogue now. Get up that bear's ass. Yeah, I did combat rogue, didn't I, last time? I remember rolling that dice. It was pretty bad, though. It was one of the times I did it. Because I was only a few levels. So the ability wasn't really very strong. It'd give you like +2 agility or something. It's very lackluster. You're putting the pressure on him. Can you mount your wolf and dodge single target spell? I don't know. Possibly. It does have its own health bar. So theoretically you might be able to do that. Hello there, Fidel. The serpent seems to have hotkey, so if you press Oh, shite. Oh, there we go. I can dismount now. V and Y. If you did that quick enough, maybe. Oh, we're going, are we? Let's go then. Happens so suddenly. Oh, nice. Tranquility. Can't seem to move my character. There we go. No thanks. Do we still need to stack, or are we okay at the moment? He's put a curse on me, so I'm going to take extra damage from that. Ah! Typical hunter. First to die. Now we might be able to do it. We did lose like random pick noobs straight away, and then I died shortly after that. The healing is tough by the looks of it though. We should try to do this though, just so we can actually beat this. Do we need another healer? Random pick noob says we don't, but I don't know if I trust that guy. Don't forget your flasks. It's getting expensive. Buying this flask. I'm actually going to run out of like the unlimited money that it gave me. I think it costs you like money every time you die, based on your equipment and stuff. No, that's not the right one. I wondered if that was like a shortcut or something.
At the conclusion of the third war, I have waited far too long for my revenge. Now, the shadow of the Legion falls over this world. It is only a matter of time until all of your failed creation is undone.
Sounds a little bit like Terran Gorefiend or something. I just realised you don't have the M hotkey, because I tried to use M to move there individually with my character. It's a right-click fest is what this is.
Unleash your rage.
This is nice and comfy over here. Nice, comfy position. The ball of truth. Don't stand next to the ball. My flask has ended. It ends so soon.
Unleash your rage.
Keep it up. We're losing. Nah, we lost our tank. Oh, we got closer that time. Ah. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I think it's doable. We got to go quick though, because the flask seems to run out within no time. I'll just take that one as well. Screw it. There you go. You're gonna use one task. Ah, flask at a time. I've been doing that every time. Doesn't read. It's because I had the 4 down here. I just assumed that that works. Maybe it does still. No, I haven't got 15 armor, as far as I know. Oh well, I think I got the health one. All right. Yeah, it's a bit tricky for melee DPS in this one. Imagine a bit of bonus damage will be taken.
Unleash your rage.
WTii's DPS is massive. I need a bit of heals because he's got a mark on me. Oh, he's doing damage. Oh my god. I'm gonna stand here. Oh no, no, I'm gonna stand here. It's that Paladin. Oh, we're losing. They're getting closer and closer. There's still people dying when they don't really have to die. Ow.
From beyond our portal, you will make a marvelous sacrifice.
Just don't die. I mean, what? What if I do set level 20? Yeah, I'll just go 20 then. Just a couple levels higher, whatever it is. Not a massive amount. Filthy casuals. We still don't want the AoE one versus this guy. The Mind Flay heals, so I'll just keep putting points into that. It's pretty much the best ability. And just take the health.
Inventory is full.
So it says you can't have more than one flask. Yeah, but it still kind of gives it to you. But I never read the text, because reading is something I don't do. I respond through experience. I don't have time to theory craft. Or read what's on the screen. I think we've all established this as fact by this point. I learn better from doing. Well, that's the deceptive thing. It's actually harder to read what's on the screen. People think, because you're watching this video, you think what pops up on the screen I see incredibly easily, but if you've played the game, you'll know that's not necessarily true. You don't always pay much attention to the chat, and the same goes for what your allies are typing in chat. You don't always pick up on it. Even though it's there, sitting there, I'm not looking at it because my eyes are like over here, or up here, or over here. They're not very often actually over in this area. So it just sort of looks like background information that sort of blends in a little bit. You don't always pick it up. Let's do this. Alright, let's go, boys. Onwards and upwards. To infinity and beyond. Again, that argument is not very convincing. Not exactly sure what happened there. But all I know is Tyrell is to blame. Suppose I'll use my shadow form. Let's get that on the go. Use a heal though. I'm losing health, boys. I can't even move because I just need to regenerate. There's no heals. Ow. Yeah, easier said than done. I had to continue Mind Flaying. I wasn't going to die anyway. I can either move away from the ball or just, you know, Mind Flay was the only thing keeping me alive there because no one's healing. Okay, he's on half now.
Oh, you're gonna pay for this. Good interest.
Feels like the DPS is really slowed down now.
Hero has fallen.
From beyond the portal, you will make a marvelous sacrifice.
Our allied hero has fallen.
We might actually have to go up to like level 23 then maybe, because he has gone up 12 levels himself. So he is technically 12 levels high himself. I'll allow 12 level 23, but I don't want to go too high. I want it to still be close.
From beyond the portal, you will make a marvelous sacrifice.
Our allies' hero has fallen. Our allies' hero has fallen.
Yeah, when the boss farms you, we're getting super farmed. So yes, let Legolas tank the boss on the first instinct of him actually awakening. And then the rest can run in. Honk. Yes. This just do damage over time. I feel like the Twilight Ghost would do maybe more. Okay, calm down, dwarfs. No, it won't be, Camel. This is, I plan to stop after killing this guy. And then we'll continue another time. I assume this is more or less the last of this zone, so to speak. And then the next time we do this, we can do Coilfang Reservoir, or whatever the next thing is. $9 gold. Get 9 gold.
Unleash your rage. Oh, you're gonna pay for this.
That's where the Paladin is always getting hit by that orb. There we go. I'll move back now.
You will make a marvelous sacrifice. The void consumes you.
It's coming right through, boys, that wisp.
Unleash your rage.
Random picnic down. We need a tank just to stay alive just a bit longer. Hang in there.
The void consumes you.
I'm too scared to use this because my health is just not really good enough. If I was at max health, I can risk it. No, no, my bad. I got killed right at the end there. But hopefully we got enough.
From beyond.
500 health. Get him! We did it.
Our allies'
Level
hero has
50.
fallen.
Intelligence damage dealer. And then you got Magferidin. How many more is there? What did it say? I didn't get to read it all. Ah. We might not be able to do it unless we just jump up in level. Maybe we just jump up in level just to see the bosses then. So we can go a bit quicker. You say we can't kill the last 2 bosses. What level do you think we need to be to sort of like kill them then? Because I kind of just want to experience the dungeon now. We've done enough time, I think. We've served our time. Level 40 or 50? Okay, well let's take... Let's put... I'm never using that. Just going to keep going for maybe health, I don't know. Damage is good though. Damage is greed. Where's my thingy? So I keep buying those. I've bought them all. Well, let's try level 50 then. That's pretty damn high compared to where we were. See, this is where the map has some issues. I mean, I think it's fine because people enjoy it. But for me, like other people are quite happy to come into this map and just, you know, literally farm it over and over. But I can't be bothered doing that. Because you've just beaten the boss, right? About level 20, 20-ish. And then suddenly you need to be like another 20 levels or something to take on the next guy. Can we up items to level 50? Go on then. Let's get some sick items. But don't take too long because we're going to be here all day otherwise. But I think we've only got like a couple of bosses. Alright, no, yeah. Just do it, it's fine. If you go quick enough, we can just do this now and be done with it. It won't take that long. Just basically, what are we going? Level 50? Or you want item level 60 to 70? Okay, so let's drop this. Let's start again.
Our allies' hero has fallen.
Alright, so there's the intelligence stuff. There's 70 for the right hand, but it would need a left hand as well. So there's main armor. Secondary armor. Secondary. Doesn't seem to be any secondary armor too high level though. It's mostly 40 for secondary armor. Ah, or 60. So that's that. Then you're going to need a right hand or a left hand. Or a good 2-hand staff. That would do it as well. But you got level 70 here. And I need a left hand. Preferably high level. There's a trinket for level 60, so... That is incredibly distracting, that attacking that's going off over there. That'll do me. Away we go. only got 27 more skill points to pick. I'm pretty sure that should max out my character, really, shouldn't it? What the hell's going on here? Alright. So, let's go with the ghosts, the W. I'm just going to ignore that because it's single target bosses for the most part. So I guess the least points. Even then it still gets a lot of points. Yikes. So you want to do your Twilight Ghosts, send them in, and then use E. And it does damage from those. That's kind of cool. And they can give mana back as well. Okay. Let's give him a cheeky pull. Oh, look at him. Is that what he actually looks like? He looks different to how I remember from... A little bit different. Similar. There's similar things, but I don't remember his weapon glowing so much. I suppose it does look like Magfaradon, but I was just thinking Warcraft 3, he still looks a bit different to how this... I think the World of Warcraft interpretation of Magfaradon's a bit different to my interpretation of him because of Warcraft 3. From my experience, there used to be like 8 Warlocks surrounding Magfaradon. Or maybe it wasn't Magfaradon. No, it must have been. I guess I'm thinking of Manoroth as well. I'm getting a bit confused. 4 Warlocks, not 8. Was it only 4? Felt like it was 8. Maybe it was. It was like 15 years ago or so. Yeah, stand slightly behind him. Cleavage. Do I need to stand on one of these containment cubes as well? Alright, well let's get going. So if it reaches 150 mana, do I move to another cube and start filling the mana on that? Or do I need to stand on the cube? Ninja pull. I like the sound of that. I'll do the containment on the left side. Except the fourth. Alright, well, why don't we say this left one is the fourth one? And then I need to wait until there's a specific moment to fill it, so that it stuns him. Like there's a moment where he's super strong. I don't know. Fourth one is the top left cube. Oh, we're deciding that's the one now, are we? Fine. I'm coming back over here then. Oi. So how do I fill this up with mana? Seems to be going well. Oh, it's getting some mana now. Keep it going, boys. Okay, we might need to set the level a little bit higher. What level was Ashanta? Wasn't she like level 80 or even up to 200 or something? This was like months ago or something. What's wrong with my loot? It's like level 60 and 70. It's what you said. Were you too busy complaining to remember that? I've got 50, 60, 60, 60, 60 and a 70. Let's go level 75 then, boys. Oh, it's 70. Seems to be the highest you can go here at the moment. If we can't do it, yeah, fair enough. We can just move on to the next boss. At least we got to see it. Because the cap in BC was 70. Yeah, I suppose. Okay, let's swap one of these in. Huh. It actually took it. Legolas's rage quit. That makes it a bit difficult. He's the tank. What was the other guy after this? Kill Jaden, wasn't it? Whereabouts would he be? Oh, is he up here somewhere? Well, if nothing else, we could just show him off. And then our work here is done. Lord Kazakh. Yeah, no, we might not even be able to do it. Where the hell am I going? How do I even get there? Ah. I just want to show the model. I don't think we can get much further without like a player, especially an important one like the tank. I hope he's not behind a door that we have to... Oh, there we go. Oh no, that's not him. There we go. He looks pretty sweet. Good luck. Let's go, boys. Boys will be boys. Doesn't he just keep spamming out doom bolts? As he did before. Ah. We got him down to 80% health. That's more successful than versus Magfaradin. The Windwalker monks are always the first to go. Unless they're protection, holy paladin. Otherwise known as Bullrog. Looks like a Tauren model when you kind of look into the details a little bit. It's like some weird cross between a Tauren and a Draenei. Cool. GG. Shown off Hellfire Citadel. I think next time we can try Coilfang, but that's if we can even, at level 70, even do that. Whatever the level is required. How are you supposed to do that then? I guess we just need to be better, but we're not. That's why World of Warcraft raiding was difficult. Gotta get good.